Have you ever felt so down that the world seems to have lost its color? That feeling, often associated with depression, is something many of us have experienced. But what if I told you that this challenging mental state might come with a surprising, albeit strange, silver lining? Today, we're diving into a fascinating concept known as depressive realism. Stick around, because what you're about to hear might just change how you view the connection between mood and mind. So, what exactly is depressive realism? It is a psychological hypothesis that suggests people with mild to moderate depression might actually have a more accurate or realistic perception of the world than their non-depressed peers. It sounds counterintuitive, right? We usually think of happiness as being linked to a clear, positive outlook. But some research suggests that non-depressed individuals often operate with a positive illusion, a slightly rosy, optimistic bias that helps them navigate life's challenges. They might overestimate their abilities, their level of control over events, and their chances of future success. This isn't a bad thing. In fact, this optimism is a powerful motivator. However, when depressive symptoms set in, this rosy filter can fade away. People experiencing depression may be less likely to be swayed by this optimistic bias. As a result, their assessments of situations, particularly their own role and influence, can become more calibrated and, in a sense, more logical. For example, in studies where participants had to judge how much control they had over a light turning on, those with depressive symptoms were often more accurate in recognizing when they had little to no control, whereas non-depressed participants often overestimated their influence. This isn't to say that depression makes you a better thinker. Not at all. The emotional weight of depression is heavy and debilitating. This realism is often a harsh, unfiltered view of reality that strips away the comforting illusions that make daily life more manageable. It's like seeing the world without the Instagram filter. You see every flaw, every imperfection, and every potential negative outcome with stark clarity. This can lead to a cycle of rumination and hopelessness, as the logical brain points out all the reasons why things are difficult, without the emotional buffer of optimism. It's a paradox. The very state that drains you of energy and joy might simultaneously strip away cognitive biases, leaving you with a more coldly logical, and often more pessimistic, assessment of reality. This is why it's so crucial to understand that depression isn't just being sad. It's a complex shift in brain chemistry and cognitive processing. The logical mind might be working overtime, but it's doing so in a way that fuels the emotional struggle, rather than alleviating it. Understanding concepts like depressive realism helps us see the full picture of this mental health condition. It's not about glorifying depression, but about acknowledging its complexity. If you or someone you know is struggling, remember that this logical trap is part of the illness. It's not a sign of weakness to feel overwhelmed by this unfiltered reality. In fact, reaching out for help is the most logical step you can take. Professional support can help you rebuild that healthy, balanced perspective that allows for both realism and hope. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If you found this topic interesting, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into the human mind. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.